Hey Internet, it's RJ, welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now today's episode, we're taking a look at Rev Federal Credit Union, which has been an interesting bonus over the last week or two, so we'll break it all down for you. They've got $200 up for grabs if you still want it or are eligible. Don't worry, we'll tell you the story. In typical fashion, that covers the offer, terms and conditions, requirements, eligibility, everything you need to know to make Rev's money become your money. So of course, if that sounds interesting, go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, as always, blog post down below, as well as a direct offer link, not a referral, simply get you where you need to go the fastest. Now, we'll cover a lot more of this in the notes section, but we're primarily covering this offer because it popped up on, our blog and the doctor and a few other places very briefly, and then it went away, and now it's back. So it's more so, cover it so you know what your options are. It's easier to put it in video format. So let's get to work here, taking a look at the marketing material, and here you have it. Not a happy person in sight. It is a nice looking little town. I do like a good red and black debit card. I should have one coming in the mail, but I have not seen it yet. I don't think I'll actually get it. But either way, there you go. No happy people, which is sad because it does look like it'd be some kind of whimsical location. But either way, here we go. Let's keep moving on. What do we need to do? Well, open a Rev, Premier, or Bulldog checking account and a 12-month savings builder certificate. It's basically a credit union's version of a CD. Deposit $500 within 45 days of opening. It is important to note the marketing material says direct deposit, but if you go through the terms and conditions, it does say deposit, and it lists ACH as an option. So I'm going to go with deposit, but just be aware of that. Now, that's the easy part. So number 3, meet checking account monthly requirements for 1 year, which is deposit $500 per month and then spend $500 per month on a debit or credit card. So you're looking at doing those 12 times once per month. Now, they do have a requirement here that I'm putting up front. A forfeiture of the $200 bonus will occur in the event either the qualified checking account is closed before the initial maturity date of the savings builder certificate. That one's easy enough. If any withdrawals from the savings builder certificate occur which may be subject to an early withdrawal penalty. So basically, don't pull money out of the savings builder cert, and there is no end date listed for this one. So there you go. The requirements of this one aren't too bad. It's the requirements of the checking account piece that are kind of annoying. Clearly, for what I understand, your $200 will be deposited into that savings builder certificate that you open, so you couldn't pull it out before the 1 year mark. Depending on the interest rates that they're offering, may or may not be a big deal. I don't know. So there you go. Not a little bit involved, convoluted for this one. It's one of those ones that it's kind of easy, but man, it's tedious because you got to do it for a full year. On one hand, a $500 deposit can definitely be automated. I don't really think that's a big deal. The debit card spend, it's a bit much, especially as we've seen PayPal bill pay, go away. That's largely going to be your option where you can use a debit card to pay off one of your existing credit cards. So, you definitely want to look through your PayPal bill pay and see if your credit card of choice is still supported. Chase is pulled out. Amex is pulled out. I think Bank of America, Citi might still be in there. Discover, US Bank, maybe. So there's still some options. So it kind of depends on your temperament for things to do. It's definitely doable. That's why we're talking about it, but it is tedious if nothing else for $200. So let's keep going here, taking a look at eligibility, fees, and closure next, and we'll kind of do some thoughts in the notes section. So here you have it on screen as always. It is nationwide with a $15 donation. For the life of me, I forgot where the donation goes, but I did join, and again, we're talking about that in a second. Now, you can't have had a checking account in the past 18 months. Premier and Bulldog checking both have a $5 monthly fee. It's waived by hitting monthly checking account requirements, which is part of the promotion anyway, so you're good there. And then keep account open through the share certificate maturity, which you'd be doing these requirements anyway, so likely not a big deal there. So there you have it. There is Rev. Now, the funny part about this, like I said in the top of the show, was that this was posted maybe a week or two ago, like late February, end of February. And so we signed up. I signed up. I got in. There's also $1,000 of credit card funding when I signed. I don't know if they got rid of that or not, but there was when I signed up. So anyhow, we signed up, but the terms were kind of weird. It partially read as if the credit union would open the savings builder for you to deposit the bonus, which technically I don't believe is allowed for a bank to open a checking account or a product on your behalf without you signing something. So that was a little bit weird, and I think folks ended up calling, and long story short of it, the promotional offer got released early because that savings certificate that you needed to open was not actually live yet for you to open. It looks like a lot of us who opened those accounts early and got in are just out of luck, because they've clearly worded it, well, you can't have had a checking account, which you had to open a checking account last time. So maybe if you called in and made a fit about it, they might do something, but I wouldn't really trust it. Everything's going to link together over the year at a small credit union. So I did open this one just out of luck, so I'm taking an L on this one. I did get the $1,000 in credit card funding, so there is that. So now it looks like this one is back, and they've probably learned from their initial spike in customers. Just a $500 deposit was easy enough, and then if it was true, they would just open the share builder and you could pull the money out within a certain amount of time. That is no longer the case. So they buttoned this one up, tightened it up a little bit. I think last time even the free checking account worked. Now clearly they've shifted it to their paid checking accounts, where you have to do these tasks from. If they had done something, just I get nothing for this, right? There's no referral link for this. If they had done something where if you had opened it in February and you could still be eligible, then I'd probably still do it. I think these are annoying, but they're not. Half of them are easy to automate in the deposit, and then the PayPal bill pay for the debit card swipe is easy enough. And the reason I would is just because it gets increasingly harder to track towards that $10,000 a year number for me. So I try not to say no to things just because I'm slightly annoyed. I mean, realistically, I've got all the time in the world to complete these transactions. I'm not trying to talk you into it. Just I know some of you are going to roll your eyes like, why did you make this video? It's like, because I think I would have done it had I not jumped the gun with everyone else at the beginning. But I did, so, but I totally understand if you don't want to do this one. So I think we tipped our hand a little bit too early. Granted, they did mess up and release the material too soon, but now they can see what they were up against. And now I think that's why this iteration of the bonus is much more strict than the other one was. So there you go. That is Rev. Go forth and conquer. Maybe they'll send me a debit card. I like to collect them. I did order one, so you'd think I'd get one, but I don't know. So anyhow, summary slide here to close this out. And here you have it, as we said, Rev Federal Credit Union. The product is the Premier Checking or the Bulldog if you prefer, plus a 12-month share certificate. $200. It is nationwide with that donation and application. Deposit $500 within 45 days of opening. Again, the marketing material does say direct deposit. The terms say ACH transfers will work. So, there's that. And meet checking account requirements, which we covered, which is a $500 a month deposit and the $500 a month in debit card spend. Fees, yes, they are avoidable by meeting the checking account requirements, and then keep accounts open for 1 year, basically until that share certificate matures. And there you go. But if this one is not for you, or you jump the gun like I did, well, then there's ProfitableContent.com, which apparently posted the offer early, so maybe it's my fault you had a false start. But anyways, point is, we have all the news stories over there. We have plenty more bank promotions, and of course, we have credit card offers. So if you want to take advantage of that $1,000 of credit card funding, well, go ahead and get yourself a shiny new credit card first, and it'll be a way to help double up and make this one a little bit more palatable. I know I've got like a Bank of America customized cash card, for example, that takes like $1,000 in spend that you could make your category online. Then you'd be getting at least 3% back there, plus your $200 for the Bank of America card, plus this. So there's a way to, maybe make this one a little bit more palatable and work for you. But anyways, that'll do it for this one. So, of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. So we're posting content just like this every single week on how to make the bank's money become your money, and, of course, every single day over on ProfitableContent.com. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.